What's poppin'? After securing a public victory against academics in their sit-down interview, Charlamagne's web of lies keeps falling apart. However, I'm not sure most people will get the news, because first off, his website that he claimed was very reliable has been shut down. Yeah, the AI website that was employing, well, what was it, 13 people or so is now gone. You cannot find it. However, one of the things that the site was talking about, you realize he was always talking about crypto, betting, casinos, stake, poly market, all this other stuff. Well, there was recent news that came out that the New York governor, Kathy Hochul's administration, is seeking to shut down prediction markets, as records show she has received roughly $589,000 from casino lobbyists. And then this article is cited. Now, an important thing to note, because we are being fair here, there is no mention of the amount of money that she received from any lobbyists in this article. I do not see it. She is pushing heavily for them to regulate, quote unquote, Kalshi. She just wants to get rid of it. And I would tweet this and I'd say, Kathy Hochul has been close to Jay-Z for over 5 years. I mean, there's an image that I put out of a tweet from September of 2021. And it's not that they're just friends, they're at the same events. It's kind of like, it's really weird that Jay-Z was boys with Harvey Weinstein. Oh, no, wait, hold on. They were just doing business together, which I do believe they were just doing business together. But what I'm saying is, how many coincidences can happen? Like, you were tight with this person. You knew the rumors about them. You're not an idiot. But with this woman, right? She says, great meeting with Jay-Z and Roc Nation leadership yesterday to discuss our work to get all New Yorkers vaccinated and to ensure our criminal justice system is a true justice system. So here she is, involved with them in policy and in their influence, because at this point in time, they were trying to get people vaccinated. So that just gives a little bit of a precursor, because she has the same viewpoint as Charlamagne, who wants to get rid of this stuff. And in this article, you have the Roc Nation CEO. I said Charlamagne the Claude has been attacking Polymarket, Kalshi, and even Stake, all competitors to the casino he and Roc Nation wanted to bring to New York. They want to keep online sports betting. They want to keep online gambling banned in New York, because if they bring a casino to New York, or are able to bring a casino to New York, then they get to benefit, at least previously. The Roc Nation CEO, which is different from Jay-Z, also publicly thanked Kathy Hochul for her help in trying to secure the casino bid. So when they were trying to get this casino moving and they needed help, she afforded her help and was pushing for it. And keep in mind, same casino that Charlamagne didn't want to let us know that he was a part of. And then he was like, it's public information. The casino that New York City needed. That's exactly what Times Square needed. And he made sure everyone knew that. And then he was like, oh, well, you could have looked it up. And she said, thank you to Governor Hochul and Mayor Adams for standing up for New York City. Now, in this same article, the new one, no matter what they call themselves, prediction markets like Kalshi are gambling platforms, plain and simple. I agree with this. Said New York Attorney General Letitia James, this is a different person, this is the Attorney General, in a press release announcing the lawsuit. By ignoring our laws, Kalshi is running an illegal operation and harming New Yorkers in the process. Now, Letitia James was featured at Roc Nation's United Justice Coalition Summit, which Charlamagne the Claude is directly involved in. He even flexed it in his sit-down interview with academics, saying, ask me how much I get paid for that.
This is news to me. We have an initiative, and I saw your people's posting this. We have an initiative called the United Justice Coalition, right? That was taken completely out of context, too. The United Justice Coalition is a community initiative. So it's all of these different, organizations, social justice initiatives, mental wealth organizations who come together. There's a bunch of them. And we do things for the community. Like somebody can get on an email right now and say, yo, there's a jail in Mississippi right now that has terrible conditions. The inmates are complaining. We need to get somebody on that. Or, hey, there was a in Mississippi, the police, this young black man, we need to send some activists, over there. Like, that's the type of organization it is. And every year for the last 4 or 5 years, we do a big summit in New York called the United Justice Coalition. Ask me how much I get paid for that.
And for every good story like that?
But no, ask me how much I get paid for that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what you're right.
$0.
Do you own part of that
it's a nonprofit. Yeah, it's a nonprofit.
Okay, do you write over your taxes?
The smugness of this guy. This guy is evil, I'm telling you. He is an incarnation of evil. And you can see here, as I quote from a previous article, it says Roc Nation held its second annual United Justice Coalition Summit at the Javits Center in New York City. The event, which had 3,000 attendees, brought together legal experts, political leaders, and community advocates for the purpose of advancing equality and justice in society, some vague thing. Speakers for the event included Attorney General Letitia James, Fat Joe, Roc Nation, Charlamagne the God, Roc Nation and Casino, and never says anything bad about Jay-Z, and was also putting up fake sites and saying that they're reputable journalists. Dr. Michael Eric Dyson, Angela Rye, very interesting. Angela Rye, another person that was involved with the casino thing. Tamika Mallory, Soledad O'Brien, CNN Chief Legal Analyst Laura Coates, and Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights Kristen Clark of the U.S. Department of Justice. Basically, everyone that's involved in this thing, they're all in bed together with the laws, and they want to make sure that the casino goes forward, or went forward. However, that didn't end up happening. Now, circling back to Kathy Hochul, because she did have a lot of controversy back in 2024, in January actually, because she appointed the daughter of a gambling lobbyist to the New York Gaming Oversight Board. And in this article, it says the following. Stuart Shorenstein has long been an active lobbyist and advisor to gaming firms and is currently listed as repping the Swedish internet gambling giant Evolution Malta, which is pushing to legalize online betting in New York. Him and his firm, where he founded a public strategy group, Cozen O'Connor, also was listed as the lobbying firm for HBC Saks Fifth Avenue, which is pushing to open a casino above its flagship Manhattan store. This is very different from what Jay-Z was doing. Jay-Z was not involved in the HBC Saks. However, the mobile sports betting is overseen by the Gaming Commission that includes Marissa Shorenstein, who was placed on the board. So where did this number come from, where they're saying that she was paid $589,000? This is where I think that these companies are battling against each other. I am inclined to believe that this was potentially a paid post by one of these platforms, whether that be Kalshi, because this makes her look a little bit worse, because like you have, it's either Kalshi, Polymarket, one of these people, but they're in the same bucket. So Polymarket, Kalshi, all of these other things. Do I believe that they're gambling platforms? Yes. Do I believe that they're good? No, I don't like them. I'm not involved with them. I don't use them. And I really hate the fact that now that they're so rich, they're shelling around money, and then there's like a new music account that they're posting on X, and they're paying a bunch of people to quote tweet it, to amplify it. So now people are going to start, like, it's infecting my world. It's like before that, it's like, okay, people are doing the sports betting, all that other stuff. I don't care about any of that stuff. Don't really follow sports like that. But then now they're getting into music. It's like, can I live, please? I'm just here playing in the sandbox, and these people are just kicking up sand in my face. Like, it's just a tiny little sandbox, but they won't leave us alone. However, her incentive and Charlamagne and these other people, they're all aligned, they're all buddy-buddy, and we're supposed to believe that this is some sort of a conspiracy. So what I think is that Kalshi and them are fighting back, and they looked up how much money that she got, because she has been donated to by lobbyists that are affiliated with casinos, but that doesn't really say too much. I looked into the money that she was given. It's more likely that this was not a hit job, but they're punching back, because it's easy to hate on Kalshi and these other markets because people just aren't really favorable to them. And then they're saying that it's illegal, although they did get, I remember Polymarket was facing this issue, and then they ended up getting some sort of license to operate in the US because they were global before that. The point here, though, is that just like Charlamagne put out a fake article and is throwing around buzzwords. Keep in mind, the article is gone now. He hasn't spoken on it since. A lot of the people that were pushing this haven't spoken on that since either. And this lady now has been under fire, actually. She also is attending these justice summits, which is this is all like politics. These are all political games that Charlamagne the Claude is playing, who's putting up AI sites, and they're all cronies. And they're all full of BS. So anything that they do is in interest of the self. And the fact that Charlamagne would bring this up, I'm glad he brought up this coalition thing, because he didn't bring up that, I'm with Roc Nation, we're on the New York State board, and we're pushing this casino in New York City. He didn't mention that, but unprompted, he made sure to mention this United Justice Coalition. Nobody asked him about that, but he mentioned that. And he felt that we needed to know that. So thank you, Charlamagne, because I didn't know what the hell this was. I didn't know what it was involved in. But now it's just this big get together where Rock Nation and Charlamagne and people involved in state government are coming together to talk shop. Let's just put it that way. So this is another L for Charlamagne, for his integrity at least, which we know there's not a shred of anymore, if there ever was. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.